Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm a little sweaty. Sweaty. Well, if you're like most of the world at the current time, you're stuck in quarantine and you're like, okay, well, you know, the gyms are closed, everything's closed, everything is closed. What do I do? Well, today I'm gonna share with you how you can get in some high intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT, at home. Stay tuned and let's get started with the video. The reason I'm sweaty is I just completed one of these high intensity interval trainings, and I will pull up my stats just to kind of set the tone and let you know kind of what this is all about. Now, boom, right there they are. This is recorded via the Apple Watch Series 5. Link to that video review is up here. As you can see, 37 minutes, so it's a 30-minute workout, and I did a 7-minute cool down and a stretch. Active calories of 496, total calories 574, with an average heart rate of 141 beats per minute. So you can see it kind of goes up and down, and look at like the most intense part, right in the middle, 168 beats per minute. Definitely a great workout. So if you're looking for the best way to get some high intensity interval training in, if you have not followed me before, first time you've seen one of my videos, I have worked out at home for the last 10 years. And I went from this guy to that guy by kicking my own butt. Let me kick yours. Link in the description below. And with that link, you'll get to explore some of the high intensity interval training that I'll explore with you today. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna give you 3 options because there's 3 different types of people. Beginners, those kind of in the intermediate stage, so to speak, like in the middle, and then those that are ramped up and ready for some intense, insane crap. Okay, so we're gonna talk about all 3 levels, and depending on where your fitness level is where you're gonna wanna decide which bucket to go into. But don't worry, I'll cover them all right here in this video. Give me one of these if you're excited to learn about HIIT, and make sure you subscribe for more tips, tricks, fun, and excitement here on the channel. Now, I will reveal what I did, and that set of stats that I put up on the screen, that was obviously a HIIT workout I did today, but I'll get to that in just a minute. But let's talk about with beginners. Now, beginners are, let's say you're in the quarantine and you're coming through and you're thinking, okay, I need to do something. I can't just be sitting around drinking beer and wine and sitting on the couch all day long. I need to get something going, which is very good of you because we want to get out of this quarantine stronger than we went into it. So hats off to you that you're going to start some high intensity interval training. What I would recommend is not going full board because you might get frustrated and quit very quickly. So start off with something that is effective and is going to kick your butt and take your name, but not kill you. And that is my 2 options. First, my rank #1 for the beginner stage is Focus T25. There are 3 different phases to Focus T25, but Alpha and Beta especially, which is the first 2 segments in Focus T25, gives you the proper type of range so that you can enjoy your opportunity to learn about cardio, fitness, and get introduced to one of my favorite people, Shaun T. Now, I have done Beachbody On Demand for many years, okay? So what I'm gonna introduce to you today is Beachbody On Demand programs. Now, back in the day, you would have to go out and buy programs, DVDs, right? And they were way too much money. Like, for example, here's some you might remember, 21 Day Fix, here's P90X, that was a very popular workout program, Insanity Max 30. These things cost like about $100 a piece back in the day. Waste of money. Now, what they have now is Beachbody On Demand. It's like a Netflix. It's like a streaming service. And if you see back there on my screen, you can see 3 different workout programs, but they have the entire library loaded into Beachbody On Demand that you can pick whatever workout you want and stream it anytime. So if you're gonna start off with Focus T25, you can do that. And then when you graduate up to the intermediate and the intense phase, it'll still be there. You won't have to pay any more money than your yearly subscription fee. Link to that is in the description below to get started today. Now, the intermediate stage is a little bit interesting because I really kind of struggled with this. Okay, what's the difference between T25 and the intense phase? And I thought about this. Now, there is a program out right now that has high intensity interval training, but it also has weights. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't want to mess around with weights a lot, this program may not be the best for you, so I'll give you an alternative. But my #1 rank for the intermediate phase is Lift 4. The reason it's spelled the way it is with the L-I-I-F-T is because it's talking about high intensity interval training, but it incorporates lifting weights. Beachbody even rates this kind of an intermediate phase, but it really is an effective workout. You're doing the high intensity interval training plus weightlifting, which is going to accelerate your ability to burn fat. Guys, muscle burns fat. Yes, high intensity interval training burns fat, but if you don't have any muscle in your body, it's gonna slow down the progress. And then you're gonna have the skinny fat syndrome. And you don't want the skinny fat syndrome. You want to look like an awesome person. And in order to do that, you have a mix of that. That's why Lift for intermediate is so effective. But I would say if you can go back old school a little bit if you don't have weights and you don't want to deal with weights. And while there are some weighted moves into this, it's not as much, it's more of a focused primarily on HIIT, and that's Turbo Fire from Shalina Johnson. Have not talked about Turbo Fire in many, many years, but it is an old school program, and I think if you don't want anything to do with the weights, you start with Turbo Fire if you want to start off in the intermediate stage. Now, let's talk about the intense phase, intensity. Today, I have two options, and you could probably guess what they are if you followed me for any period of time, and that is Max 30. Of course, Insanity Max 30 is going to rank as the most intense freaking high intensity interval training. And guys, by the way, that bit of stats, let me pull them up again. These stats are from today's workout, which is Insanity Max 30 Cardio Challenge, the very first workout you'll encounter in this particular workout program. So Max 30 is a 60-day program. It kicks the living crap out of you. It is the most effective program I probably have ever done, next to 6 weeks of the work. But the thing with Max 30, unlike 6 weeks of the work, is it doesn't have weights. It's all body weight training. So again, if you don't like the whole idea of lifting weights, you can still build muscle by using your body with this particular workout, because he does certain moves such as Tabata strength and Tabata power that give you the ability to burn muscle, burn fat, and look like a Greek god. Now, the other alternative, if you have a little bit more time on your hands, Max 30 is only a 30-minute per day program, but if you have some time on your hands, try the original Insanity. It goes up to 60 minutes a day, mostly 45 minutes a day, but Insanity is where it all began with Shaun T from this intensity perspective. And I think that if you do that and you commit to that 45 to 60 minutes a day, ooh, man, you're gonna look good after this quarantine. You're gonna come out of your house and people are gonna be like, damn, what have you been up to? And you can say you've been up to some insanity. And they'll be like, what? And they'll be like, you're damn right. Now, there are many other programs out there, but I'm talking about what I'm used to, what I've done. I don't want to give you a recommendation on a program I've not done. That's why when you ask me what is the best high intensity interval training for home, I'm going to give you what I've done, because if you're asking me about Richard Simmons dancing to the 80s, have not done that one yet. Can't give you any advice. But if you're talking about Max 30, Insanity, Lift 4, or T25, I have been through those programs. A lot of our people with the Team Sweet Life community have been through those programs, and they have gotten phenomenal results. So now's the time more than ever. Ditch your gym because they're closed. Make sure you're not paying them anymore. Throw that money toward this and you can get an entire library worth of stuff. That's it for today, guys. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, boom, give me one of these right here. Most importantly, keep living your sweet life. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.